Okay, well, welcome, Patrice. Well, introduce yourself first.
Yes, I will. Thank you, Robert. I'm Patrice Staal. I'm lecturer at the NHTV for the Academies of Hotel Management and Facility Management. Yes, my background is business economy, and the topics I teach here, the subjects at the NHTV, are kind of business economy related topics. And change management is one of the interesting topics that I deal with as well, especially in guiding students. Not really my own topic, but guiding students in how to deal with change management and how to implement theories, etc. about it. Yes.
Related to that, you read the essential update of Organizer Chaos. That's why we're here today.
Yes.
We conduct this interview. So my first question is, after reading the little booklet, which is about 30-40 pages, what is your first impression?
Yeah, I have it here. My first impression was when I got it, I got kind of curious, like, okay, what will be in it, what will be there. So I started to read it, and what's really nice is my first impression. That's what you asked for. But what's really nice is that in a very short and powerful way, the principles of change are mentioned and described, and it's not really very, very new. Though it's short and powerful, and after reading it, yeah, you get a kind of inspired by it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
you get moved by it.
Yes, I liked it.
So did you, when first starting reading it, you just kept on reading? It really got you into it. It sucked you up and didn't lose you until the end of the little booklet?
Yeah. To be honest, I started reading. I thought, I'm going to read for about 15 minutes. I had a few time beyond, but then I didn't stop. I just continued reading it. So I read it in one time. Yeah, and what I think is what I really like about it is the idea that change comes from. The change management within organizations, it's really compared with change how it happens in nature, actually. So how it's in nature founded, and then the translation to how it works within organizations. I like that principle very much.
And the link also was really well explained and gave you an idea of really how it could be, how change is a certain thing within an organization.
Yeah, yeah, of course, change, it's a very broad term.
So it gives you some clarity, perhaps? To measure it with.
Yeah, and that's what's, I think, the added value of the booklet, because it's in a very short and powerful way. You give some idea on change and how you should handle change, actually. And what you see is that I got it on when you take a look in the booklet, and on page 9 there is the principles where change are from. Joseph Ruvens and Platenkamp and Rowley, they say, like, okay, when you observe, I'll read it through. When you observe how a natural system changes by human intervention or by some accident of nature, 4 scenarios of the overall systems of behavior can be recognized. So then you get the 4 principles, or the 4 scenarios, as they call it, to enhance, perturb, attract, and excite. And I like it that these 4 scenarios actually are detracted from the principle of how nature changes. And I don't know. It's just the first impression that I had and what struck me. But it's also because I like that principle, because I think it's very much connecting to what's actually happening within organizations. And if you, let's keep it that way.
So that was your first impression, and you already perhaps gave some an example of what's really stayed with you after you read the little booklet. Anything else that really that you remember still now after reading it, that really still struck your mind, like, oh, that's really interesting? Yeah,
what's really interesting, can I read it? Because I noted it down in the book, so I want to... Yeah, it's actually the part about the actions of change, and it's on page 13 of the booklet. And what well, I'll read it through to make it really clear. The actions of change. Which practical steps could we take to facilitate the transformation of a rigidly controlled organization into some form of adaptive, high-performance, team-based system? Question mark. We assume that our rigidly controlled organization is already pregnant with creative energy, performance commitment, hospitality, and the natural ability to self-organize itself. We do not have to put these things into the organization, they are already there. So actually it's true as it is. And then our job as facilitators, and I think as facilitators you also need to read managers, CEOs, people who are responsible for the organization, is not to make the organization do tricks. It's to stop the things which in the past have prevented these natural tendencies from emerging. We are aiming to liberate a self-organizing, creative organization from the chains of its control-focused past. And I really like this part, and I think it covers actually the main part as well within change, that the control-focused part of it, it's very, very difficult to change because it's human nature as well, that you really want to stay in control and you want to control everything. So that's, and of course because it's human nature, people within organizations have this control principle in them. Mm-hmm. So it really covers the core of also the problems that you have with trying to change organizations.
Okay, well thank you for that at least.
Yeah,
it's a really nice reference. So if you distill everything that we just discussed now, and also for yourself, how would you describe this little booklet in just a few words, like let's say 5 at max?
5, powerful, inspiring, short, to the point. Mm-hmm. Powerful, inspiring, short, to the point.
It's 4, I think.
It's 4. Let me peek when I else find it.
You can also leave it with that if you like to.
Nice initiative.
Nice initiative, okay. Just something, do I understand that you mean with that it's something to work on? It's a start of getting an idea of how you can handle change and...
what I mean with nice initiative is that I like also the format of the little book, and that they were really able in a very short way to really describe the essence of organized with chaos. Yeah. And I mean with nice initiative that there should be done more than even producing big books and lots of text, but I like because it's so powerful and short, that's why I like it. Yeah. So
it keeps to its promise. It is an essential update of the book itself.
It has the essence.
Okay.
It's covered, yes.
So would you recommend this booklet to other people, to colleagues for example, or to who specifically would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would recommend it to all managers and people who have to manage change. Mm-hmm. And people who have done that or in the past, or maybe people who are actually dealing with it right now. Mm-hmm. And I would recommend it for 2 reasons. To get inspired themselves, so just in half an hour or an hour they get some main insights in what's core for changing organizations. So yeah, managers, people who are dealing with change. Yeah, our students, they're also, a lot of students are busy. They are confronted with change when they're going on placement, when they're doing their graduation, and I think it's useful for them as well.
2 years, of course, strategy and communication.
Yeah, of course, as well. Yes.
Okay. I guess this is the little summary of what you really thought of the booklet, Essential Organized with Chaos. Do you have anything to add or that you want to elaborate on?
Let me see. Oh, can I give a tip when you're making a next, next edition maybe of the book? When I started reading, it would be nice to have a little preface or a little introduction. I would like to give that as a tip. I think it's nice to have a bit more.
What did you mean, the little introduction and how the book came to be?
Yeah, for example, or a bit more about the drives of the authors to write it, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like a little preface that it's a bit more personal touch in the start. That's always nice to have. I miss that, but it's very personally. I like to.
It would make the little booklet even more intriguing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's always nice to know the drives from people who are behind. It. Yeah. Anything
aside that you want to still add?
Anything aside? No, I think I mentioned the core.
Okay.
It's a nice booklet, nice initiative, short, powerful. I like how it's described.
That's clear.
Yeah.
Let's finish with a statement. Thank you for the interview, Patrice Staal, and we'll probably follow up maybe on that tip of yours.
Okay, thank you, Robert.